My name is Jonathan, and today I'm going to be unboxing not just one, but all 7 of the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger helmets made by Aniki Cosplay. Now, as you can see, I've already unboxed the Green Ranger helmet. It was the only one packaged individually in its own box. The others are all packaged 2 box, and I really wanted to get my hands on one of these before I started this video. This is a grade A helmet by Aniki, for those of you familiar with how he rates his quality in his helmets. And my initial impressions, I think the color is really representative of the green as it appeared on the show. And I love the way the light catches the jewel in the crown of the helmet. I think it's really beautiful. Overall, I am struggling to find imperfections in this thing. It looks incredible. It's actually lighter than I thought it would be for some reason. And I have a rather large head, if you can tell. And Aniki offers an extension to his helmets that adds a couple centimeters to the rear. And I think that'll be great for wear, but I don't think it distorts the overall look of the helmet and make it look comically large. So overall, I'm really impressed with the Green Ranger helmet so far. And I'm looking forward to getting into the others. So the packaging is stellar. Everything seems to be really well held in place. This box is actually the black and pink Ranger helmets. So let's get into them. Now, full disclosure, I ordered from Aniki on December 31st, 2019. And I received my helmets at my home on January 8th, 2021. And relatively speaking, that's pretty incredible. I think in a separate video, which I'll post a link to in the description of this one, I'll go over my experience as a customer with Aniki, all the correspondence, how everything went. You don't have to search too far to find some horror stories out there, so I'll definitely give my thoughts on the process start to end. But again, relatively speaking, this was a pretty painless process for me, which I'm happy about. So here we actually have the Pink Ranger helmet. We've got the helmet hood or the helmet cap inside. We've also got the Aniki Cosplay bag for each helmet inside. And this just looks great. But what always strikes me about the Pink Ranger helmet, which never really stood out to me on the show, but seeing it in person and in detailed photos, is how predominantly white it is, as opposed to all the other Ranger helmets, which are entirely their color. But the way the pterodactyl wraps around to create the look of the front of the helmet, it leaves the majority of the helmet white on top and on back. But I think it's a great look. Much like the Green Ranger helmet, this thing is immaculate. Really, really impressive. Sharp detail lines, the pinstriping. Again, the extension. I think maybe it's the pink band that kind of emphasizes it, but I think this one's a little more noticeable with the extension. That pink band kind of drawing you to the fact that it's a little longer, but I think it still looks incredible. So really, really happy with this one. You can see that. And the insides with the foam. See a little bit of glue hanging off of this one, but really, really pleased with that. I like it a lot. And next we have will be the Black Ranger helmet. Now, in pictures and video reviews I've seen of the Black Ranger helmet, I mean, I appreciate it more than I ever did watching it as a child. The stark contrast between the black and the white detail lines on the Mastodon head, I think just in pictures and in other review videos I've seen, look incredible, and I'm really excited to get a look at it in person for the first time ever. I've never had a replica Black Ranger helmet. Wow. First glimpse. That is beautiful. Beautiful. So once again, stored in the helmet, we have the Aniki Cosplay bag, and we have the helmet cap. That is a striking helmet. Really beautiful. I really like high contrast, so the white lines on the black look beautiful, and then the pop of color with the yellow eyes, I mean, just beautiful. I always thought too that the Mastodon tusks on this one gave the visor a really unique look. I like it a lot. You know, like the pink and like the green, I'm not seeing, I mean, there's some dust, some fingerprints that are wiping off, no problem, but I'm not seeing scratches. I'm not seeing imperfections in the paint where it might have cured incorrectly. I mean, it's perfect. Again, extension on this one, if you can tell, but I don't think it distorts it much at all. Really incredible. Each of the Aniki Cosplay helmets, the only breathing holes, if you can see them, are always going to be up under the mouth, with the exception of the White Ranger helmet, which we'll get to. The mouth on that one is a little bit different and doesn't offer this lip for the breathing holes, but they are there. Here, I'll hold up. I think and they might be hard to see on the black helmet, the black holes, but you can see them very pronounced on the Pink Ranger helmet, on the white lip of the mouth there. But yeah, really great looking. I notice next to the Pink Ranger helmet, the Black Ranger helmet has some height. Let's see. Yeah, maybe even a little taller than the Green Ranger helmet. Still love it, no problems there. But really great looking. Next up, we have packaged together the Red Ranger and the White Ranger helmet. I'm gonna go ahead and toss this box down. Now, admittedly, the White Ranger helmet is probably my favorite, white or green. But they all have attributes that I think make each one unique and special. Super careful to damage these. And we have the White Ranger helmet. the gold in this one, I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but the way the gold sparkles, almost flecks of gold in the paint, I mean, it looks really impressive. I am super thrilled with this one. Let's see. This one is the bag, unless I missed it. I'm not sure that this one came with a cap. Unless it dropped here. I'm not sure if that's from the Black Ranger helmet. I may have to look into that one. I wouldn't be wearing all 7 of these at once, so I'm sure I can share caps, but they're all supposed to come with one. But, yeah, just really clean, really well done. Again, looking for any imperfections in the paint. I'm really not seeing it. And again, that gold really sparkles, really shines. Really nice to look at. Again, because of the mouthpiece on the White Ranger helmet, there are no breathing holes in it. So this one you'd probably have to get in and out of pretty quickly, because you're relying on only the neck hole for breathing in. But I don't plan to cosplay with any of these. I didn't order full suits. These will primarily be just for display, so I'm not too worried about that. But really great looking helmet. That means this one, let me get rid of some of these boxes here. This one is the Red Ranger helmet. Let's see here. So like I said, I'll go in a separate video and really detail my experience with Aniki Cosplay. From a customer service standpoint, relatively speaking, again, I had a really good experience compared to some that you read about. Not discrediting or discounting others' experiences. I can only speak to how mine went. But part of the reason why I ordered all 7 at once were wait times. You read about these just insane wait times. I didn't want to order 1 or 2 or 3. It'd take 2 years plus to get. I realize I love them and ordered the rest of the set. So let's see. The helmet cap fell out on this one. I suspect that might be what happened with the white helmet. And also we have, again, the Aniki Cosplay bag and the helmet. So again, I wanted to order them all at once because I knew the wait would be long. And once I had some of them, I didn't want another long wait to complete the set. I wanted to display them all at once. So I thought this was the best option. And thankfully, in my case, it worked out really well. So, thoughts on the Red Ranger helmet? I mean, really the first color that pops. All of the colors look great. But I mean, primary color, it's going to stand out, and it looks incredible. The red really shines. Let's see. Maybe a tiny, it seems to be wiping off. There seems to be a tiny imperfection here, but nothing that I don't think won't wipe off ultimately. Again, extension added. You can see kind of what that looks like versus if you've seen other reviews that don't have the extension. Maybe more of a bulbous head at the back, but again, even though I don't plan to wear these too terribly often, they're going to be primarily for display. When you have someone over and they want to see you in the helmet, I wanted to make sure I could actually put them on. So I opted for the extension on all of them. Seems to be a very minuscule scuff on the right eye of the Tyrannosaurus helmet, but other than that, I mean, that's just another really great looking helmet. I know I'm repeating myself using a lot of the same adjectives, but the quality is there, and I'm super, super impressed. Loving that. So for last, I saved the blue and yellow helmets. I think I spoke to it earlier, but packaging is really great on these. I mean, I can tell they weren't jostled or moving around in there. Really happy with the packaging. I can tell they were safe and secure. So no complaints there. I saved the blue and yellow helmets for the end, not necessarily because they were my favorite Rangers, but again, high contrast primary colors. I just think they really, really stand out, really shine, and really look good next to each other, the blue and the yellow. In pictures and other online reviews I've seen, I mean, they're just really striking helmets. I like that the blue, you know, next to the yellow also has the yellow eyes. So there's even more of a connection there. Obviously the blue and yellow Triceratops and saber-toothed tiger Zords were the feet of the Megazord. So they were always side by side there as well. And I really think they play well together. So here we have the Yellow Ranger helmet. It already looks spectacular. Again, being a fan of the high contrast. Let's see, we have the helmet cap here. We have the Aniki Cosplay bag again. Really being a fan of the high contrast. I mean, these black pinstripes against the bright yellow helmet just really, really pops. Really looks crisp. Sharp lines on this helmet. I mean, the way that comes to a point, the sharp points of each of the ears, I mean, just really, really clean lines on this helmet. Really sharp. I think it really pops. Similarly to the Mastodon helmet, I love the saber-toothed tiger's teeth. Very pronounced on the visor. I've always been a fan of that. Again, you have the breathing holes under the lip of the mouth. Wow. And again, that yellow, I mean, in a sea of whites and blacks, the red look was really good, but that yellow just really, really stands out. And that black pinstriping against the yellow, I mean, it just pops in a way that a lot of these can't even compete. So I'm really happy with that. Last but not least, I think this is the front here. We've got the Blue Ranger Triceratops helmet. again, I'll speak to the quality of the packaging. If you're concerned, you know, Aniki Cosplay is located in Indonesia. I myself, admittedly, am in Houston, Texas. So if you're worried about these things coming from the other side of the globe and how they're going to be handled, and how they're going to be packaged, I mean, I'm super pleased with the packaging. I can tell that great care went into handling them, getting them packaged, and making sure they got to me in great condition. Cap, got the bag, got a hair, oh, looks like just a bit of glue, but there it is, Blue Ranger. Again, that blue with the yellow eyes, I think is really cool. I love the yellow eyes on the black. The primary color, the contrast between the yellow and the blue on this helmet, I think really stands out. Maybe a little bit of a imperfection. I don't know if you can see the rear of this helmet, but nothing, I mean, nothing to get upset about. Overall, I mean, I've seen reviews of some helmets, and whether it was issues in the curing process or fingerprints that may have then been clear coated over, I'm not seeing anything like that on these helmets, and I'm super, super pleased about that. I don't know, I love the color of the blue, but straight on, it's not my favorite helmet. But I do love the blue. So there you have it. All 7 helmets from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, all made by Aniki Cosplay, all done in about 373 days from the time I made the order to the time they were at my doorstep. Again, I'm going to make a separate video that I'll link to in the description below, kind of detailing the customer service experience that I had with Aniki Cosplay. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I would be more than happy to answer any questions you might have about any of the helmets or my interactions with Aniki Cosplay. So feel free to ask away. But there you have it.